morning, everybody. Welcome to Technique Tuesday number 34. Let's just get everything set up for you. Move that way a bit, I think. That's it. Okay, yeah, that looks fine. Does that look okay where you are?
Yeah, looks fine.
Okie dokie. Right, I shall sit myself down then. Hope everyone can hear me okay.
Bit slanted.
Is it? Which way? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
okay for you.
moving things about.
Yeah, leave it. You can see everything, my girl.
Is that okay or is that worse? Good morning, Anne. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sue. Good morning. Brian.
Yeah, okay, I'll shut the door.
Good morning, Jane. Let's just give the little camera a wobble.
So,
Hi, Kim. So I think we're looking okay there.
yeah, looking good.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock now, Bev. Ah. Yes, our clocks will change again towards the end of this month.
I don't like it.
Good morning, Jan. Oh, brilliant. Hope you're having a good week, Anne. Good morning.
Oh, do I have to behind myself?
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Carol. So I thought this week we'd have a look at something a little bit different, some paper beads. Because I've used them in the past for finishing touches for projects, particularly good on anything 3D, so like a journal, notebook, anything like that, a piece of home decor. And it's just something nice, something different to do. They're quite versatile. We've got different shapes we can make. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Elizabeth. I like that, mate.
Okay, so I shall run through the different shapes that I know of and have done. Onto the group later, I shall pop a few images of some paper beads, so you've got something to go by. There will also be the materials list and some instructions, which I will put on as a PDF. Also, I've got a couple of pictures of some things that we've made as well using paper beads. It's a great way of using up your scraps. You can also upcycle things. Music score is brilliant because it's got a nice length to it. Good morning, Catherine. All the beads I've made today, lengthwise, they're A4. So that's good morning, Joe.
Morning, Joe. Morning, Mark.
So they're all A4 lengthwise. The longer the better, I find, because you get a sturdier, thicker bead that way. and they all range width-wise from 1 centimetre to 3 centimetres, but once you get started with these, you can make any size you like, really. Okay, so if I just run through the materials and things that I've used. So a lot of this I've got prepped because obviously I wanted to concentrate on making the beads. So a lot of this is done, but it is things we've covered before, and if you haven't seen them, we can always go back and look at the other videos. Okay, so from Peter's Hand Painted Florals, let me find it, I have used this little sentiment, a little note, which is absolutely perfect for adding on to journals and notebooks and anything of that nature. So I've used that for our sentiment. So I mean, these are going to be great as little gifts to add in for people. Good morning, Marion. And then the main image I used Julie's Handpicked Blossoms and Blooms. So I used the whole of that stamp plus one of them from this set. It's that one I added into the corners to fill the whole page from Julie's Handpicked Florals. There we go. So that was the stamping. Obviously I've used some music score, and I've used 2 different sheets. I've used the music score to make all the beads. You don't have to, you can use whatever you've got. If you've got some, I would say paper rather than card is better. If you've got some paper that you want to stamp on first and make a pattern, or even stencil onto, is lovely as well, and colour, and then you can roll your beads using those patterns. Obviously you won't see everything. Like, there's a good one to show. If you show you this one, you don't get to see the whole pattern. Oh, is it soggy in Cornwall? It is quite soggy in Cornwall a lot, isn't it? Okay, so I'll turn that around, you get to see, that's it, that way, but it does create some really lovely effects. When I stamped, I used some ordinary music score, and then on the back of it was just some writing, and I wanted a contrast, so I use that as well. But book pages, anything like that, or if you want to keep it plain, just your normal card you use when you're stamping. I've got some bead rolling tools. I'm using again the quilling tool that we used last time, so just a basic quilling tool. As you know, this one I got for free with a magazine, but they're quite easy to come by. And then I used this one, which I got quite a long time ago. This was from someone on Etsy, but you can get these quite widely as well. This is a specific bead rolling tool, but it is quite large, so you do end up with quite large holes in the middle. Let's see if we can bring that up. There we go, you can see that. Just wait for my feed to catch up. However, after I'd done this, we did find some more on Amazon, a little pack of bead rolling tools. If you just put that into the search, you will come up with all sorts of different shapes and sizes. These were pretty inexpensive, weren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you'd like to give this a go, you've got different sizes, different widths in there, which will be handy. So I'll be giving these a go in the future as well. Today I'm using a notebook or a journal, which I thought would be quite good as the journal challenge is live now in the group. So I hope everyone's going to give that a go. It hasn't got to be anything huge, anything complicated. It's just something you decorate, which you would put either in a journal or a notebook, a photo album, anything like that. But I've got some more samples to show you later. You'll need some strong A4 plain card to make your templates. So anything 300 GSM around that mark is good for these. Yes, that's a brilliant idea. Cereal packets would be very good for making templates. I've used some backing card to put the pattern on for the book as well. Just something coordinating with the book itself. And then you'll need the usual things: pencil, ruler, scissors, some glue. I use watercolour pens and acrylic block, water brushes, water spray. I added some detail with some metallic gel pens. You'll need some cord or thread to string them. I've got some lovely waxed thread which I used to make some books, some notebooks, and that's ideal. Obviously for anybody that makes jewellery, which I don't, I'm afraid, this is ideal for making. And again, I've got some more samples to show you later. Need the stamp platform. I used VersaFine Claire Nocturne for all the stamping, and also a paper trimmer as well to cut your rectangular shapes. So before you make a start, let's move this to one side. Good morning, Anne. Okay. So pattern wise, got a few different ones to show you here. This is just a very basic, let's turn it that way, be easier. As I say, I've got pictures of these to add to the group later, and then you can obviously make your own sizes of whatever you would like. So this is basically just 2 centimeters by A4, which is 29.7. So that's a nice easy one, and that will give you this shape. Now what I did to make it look a little bit different was just to add in another 1 centimeter strip of coloured paper into the middle. So I'll bring that one up. And you don't even have to colour all of this strip, just the last part of it, to get that colour in the middle. But we will be rolling them so you can see. Okay, so that's that one. The next one, okay, as you can see, it's 2 centimeters in width, again 29.7. It's straight along one side, and then you just draw a diagonal from that line over to that side, and that will give you this really nice shape, this really nice cone shape, which I think is pretty cool. Bring that up. Next one we've got looks similar but is different. So this time it's exactly the same measurements, but you're going from each corner into the middle, so you end up with a really traditionally shaped paper bead like that one. again, if you want to add colour to these, that's fine. If you are going to be making them for jewellery, it will need to be something permanent, so nothing water-based. Okay, and then this next interesting shape, which I really like. So again, this is 3 centimetres in width, going up to 29.7. So I've gone along it straight up for 10 centimetres. And then from that 10 centimetres, it's coming up to 1 centimetre. That's fine, Stephanie, no problem. And then lastly, a 1 centimetre strip all the way to the end. And this produces this lovely one here. And I have also added another coloured strip onto this one. So I'll bring this up. This is quite interesting. Hi, Sue. That's fine, don't worry. So you get that graduation with that coming down. So that's that one. Then we've got this one, 3 centimetres by 29.7. I measured down to 6 centimetres, drew a line across, and then made a mark in the middle there. So from 1 centimetre this side, you're going down to that corner, and again on this side, down to that corner. Cut the middle out and you're left with this one, and this gives us this really funky, almost like a dog bone shape bead, which I really like. I've kept most of these plain and not coloured, so you see the shapes a little bit more easily. That's it. And then lastly, got this again, 3 centimetres by 29.7. Again, I've measured down 6 centimetres, found the middle point, and then just gone from there to both edges, cut away the middle, and that gives us this shape. Let's bring this up. Okay, so you've more or less got like a double version of the single one. There we go. Okay, so that there are more shapes you can try. Once you start looking into it and finding templates, there's lots of different varieties to choose from. And for like filler beads, all I did was make some 1 centimetre strips, just cut them down on a trimmer and rolled them up, and you get some nice little what I would call filler beads. So they're quite nice and simple and straightforward to use. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to roll each one now so you get to see what they look like. Bring them over. Okay, so this is just that first one I showed you, just a 2 centimetre wide straight down shape. I'm going to use the big one for this. You want something quite nice to be on your end. It doesn't always end up that way though. I'm going to turn that over, and then as you can see, these have got like a slot in there that you push that into, just like a large quilling tool. Hold that in place as you get it going. Oops, it just come out because I wasn't paying attention. some glue. And come in. I like to glue all of mine as I'm going. It does keep them a bit more sturdy. Okay, it's just like when we were quilling last time. You want to try and keep your edges aligned, so it's keeping it nice and straight. Pull it as tight as you feel the paper will take it. Obviously we don't want to go and tear anything. And then just keep winding. Bring this up a bit so you can see. That's in some more glue. And Brian is the jewellery maker amongst us here, so I will ask him when he pops back what he suggests to use for varnishing the beads when they're done, if you want to actually use them for jewellery. So come back. We want to make sure we've got enough on the end there to keep it nice and tight. If it's not, we can just add a little bit more in on the end there. Roll it round. There we go. That will come off quite easily. You've got a nice solid bead now. And if you want to, you can just neaten up the middle there. There we go. So that's our first bead made. So they're nice, quick and easy once you get into them. I was just saying about what you use for varnishing if you're making for jewellery.
For me, normal PVA. Yeah. You can get other stuff, but I use PVA. Obviously, it's not a piece of jewellery what you would wear in the storm.
Not for getting really wet.
No.
Okay, good morning, Shelley. Okay, this is what I was talking about just now, just a 1 centimetre width. And I'm going to use the quilling tool on this one. I like to make the little ones for the ends or in between beads, as obviously the hole is a bit thinner, otherwise then you start to lose on the can't get my words out today, when you're knotting the ends of your thread.
Oh,
To
steampunk queens.
do something to my quilling tool here. So again, just winding this round. Tighten as you go. I'm going to keep gluing. I've managed to completely wreck my quilling tool now. It's gone all wonky.
Oh.
It's not very helpful. Luckily I've got those new ones I can use.
Yes. Right.
So just like we did last time, keeping going. All the way down. Once we get to the end, pop a bit there. Make sure that end stays glued together. Let's take that off of there.
Not the rustling in the background.
Turn that down nicely. There we go. And again, if you want to, you can get a pokey tool or such like, just in the middle there, just to make sure that the middle is nice and neat for the thread to go through later. There we go. So that's our little 1 centimetre. Okay, this is the funky bottle shaped one that I was talking about.
She's clever like a bottle shaped one.
I really do like this one. It's really interesting. So again, like, this is exactly the same with all beads. Get it on. In there. As soon as you've brought that right way around, you get a nice slot of glue on. Okay, so again, keeping an eye on both edges, keep those lined up as we go. We've used all sorts of things for making beads.
Oh, we are.
Especially if it's quite a, you know, lengthy thing, like the music score. Old kids books are quite good. The larger books, maps are brilliant.
Decorative paper pads are great paper as well.
Now, as you can see, this is now creating the different shape. Bring this up. So it's coming into the middle, which then gives us the base for the chunky middle section.
I got one of them. A chunky middle section.
So now we're making sure that lines up both sides. Nice bit of glue on the end. Stop it from unrolling. Move that round. There we go. Take that off. Again, if you want to, just neaten up the inside there. I don't think you have, Joe.
So,
Okay.
I bet Marcus as well after all them Guinness.
So that makes this really nice, interesting bead, which I'm now a big fan of. I do wish I didn't have to wait so long for the feed to catch up. It's so annoying.
Oh, it is. I'm well
That's
behind
fine, Lynn. No worries.
you. Oh,
Here we go. I really like that bead shape.
I Lynn.
Okay. Now we've got this one, the double pointy one. I expect these have probably got technical terms, but
No.
I've never seen anybody actually use any technical terms for them.
No. No, this is one she's cleverer.
There we go. So again, start the same, and I'm only going to go up to where the paper starts to divide into two. Okay. That's good, Bev. I tried them, ages and ages and ages ago, when I used to do things with craftwork cards. And obviously we used to get all the paper pads, and it was just a great way of using the different pattern papers that would come in. Okay, so once we're sure that's nice and secure, we now got these two bits. So I'm just going to start on one. So I will start with the top one first, because it's much easier than trying to do two at the same time. And this is just going to come in to the middle very gradually, exactly the same as doing a single. Keep rolling. The quilling tools would be brilliant, Bev. When we had Hazel's paper pad, that was lovely for making beads as well. And if you've only got like a bit of the pattern paper you really want to use to make a pretty bead, you can always use plain paper first and then add it in at the end to show the pattern. There we go. So that's the first part. You will get a bit gluey doing this. And we can do the second one. Again, just keeping an eye. It's coming in to the middle evenly on both sides. Bit more glue. And the ones that come down into a point are lovely because it just kind of, that end part just disappears. It's got a nice seamless finish to it. So again, double pointy, yes Marion, that's quite a good idea. I think we'll now call them double pointy. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to give that a little neaten up inside. There we go. Come on, feed, hurry up. There we go.
Computer's very slow this morning.
That's it. That's really nice. You can make a three pointy, a triple pointy, yeah, if you like as well, which is cool. So that's that one. And then well, what should we call this one then? So this is a double pointy with a bit out the middle.
I call it
Again, start it like you would anything else. There we go. Again, because it's got the two parts to it, I'm just going to glue that up to the middle. Batman bead. Very yeah. Right, Elizabeth. Yeah. Definitely the Batman bead.
Very long ears.
I am going to always think about that now. Okay, so again, start with the top one.
You can call that the Batman Moore bead.
Okay, so this one we want to align the outer edge. So using that as our guide.
You use it to
rolling.
It's all getting confusing now.
So we're Try and bring this up. So making sure that this edge lines up with this edge.
Okay, now I understand.
Difficult part is getting the glue right on the tip. Bring this in to finish. I suppose it could be like a dumbbell. I still think when it's finished it looks a bit like a dog bone. It's really fascinating to get into. It's quite mindful as well once you get into the flow.
King Kelly's in the house. Asking how you are.
Yeah. We're fine. Hope you're okay too, Kim. So again, it's doing exactly the same on the other side. It's one of those things that I'd done, like I said, ages ago. And then you, I don't know, something triggers a memory. You want to move it down a bit on the tool, you can, make life easier. Get our last little bit of glue on. That's that. Oh no! Oh, that sounds painful. Okay, let's just smoothing that down as we go. This off. Again, we can neaten up that middle. Okay, so that's that one. I hope your recovery is going to be smooth and quick.
Yeah.
For you. Okay, so this is that. I do like these. Okay. Now we've got our two different types of single pointy. So we've got, see the difference here. They're brilliant, aren't they? As I say, there are a lot more, but we'd be here for days probably, just rolling bits of paper. But once you look into it, you can find loads. So we've got the one that comes to the middle, and we've got the one that's got the straight edge, and it comes up from one side to the other side. Let's start with this one. I usually try and curl these with where I've made pencil lines, put those onto the inside so you don't see them. Okay. These are 2 centimetre width. You can do them bigger. It's entirely up to you. Probably. So again,
I'm actually stripping a book on this as we speak.
rolling, keeping that tight, flattening it as we go, keep it nice and smooth. It's just going to gradually come into the middle for us. And of course you can pause and rewind this anytime you like to make it easier to look at and to get the technique. But what I liked about the paper beads is it's once you've done a couple, it's nice and straightforward.
I find it therapeutic.
It is therapeutic.
Because you're not thinking of them.
No, you're just sitting there rolling. I mean, when I was prepping this, I spent a whole afternoon
Yeah, you did.
getting beads ready. There we go. So this, I would say, this is definitely the classic paper bead shape.
Yeah. This is what I use most of.
Yeah. Okay. And the last one. This is going to be our nice little cone one. I mean, if you think about beads anyway, I mean, wooden beads, this is basically the paper is wood pulp, isn't it? So,
yeah.
So with this one, your straight line is where you want your guide to be. So you want the, let's bring this up. The top of the bead wants to be in line with the edge all the way along. And then the diagonal is going to come up to meet it. I mean, these will be great if you make your own, like, paper or floral Christmas decorations. They're going to look great. They would have been fantastic for adding to the bookmarks when we did our swap. And it's quite a nice environmentally friendly way of crafting and creating. Okay, smooth that down, make sure it's stuck. Take that off again, just tidy up the middle. That's our little cone shape, which is cute.
That's cute.
I like that one. There we go. That's it. Okay, so I would say definitely leave these to dry. They will harden up quite nicely. Put these to one side. Get rid of that glue. Or stick anything on it. Yeah, leave these to dry. They will, I mean, they really toughen up once they're, like I was saying, it's like wood, isn't it? So
if you want to, just give them a coat of PVA or clear PVA.
Yes. Yep. Before I've had them, I had some Florist's Oasis, a block of that.
Yeah.
That's fine, Marion, thank you. And you can put them onto cocktail sticks or kebab sticks or anything like that that they'll fit onto, and you just stick them in there, dunk them into your glue and let them dry that way. You can string them on to either some thread or again a cocktail stick, something like that, and coat them and then leave them in like a slot either side and let them dry that way. But for paper crafting, I would say it's not actually necessary, but definitely for jewellery. So you can go ahead and start decorating with them now you've made them. Okay. So the technique I've used, obviously gives us enough for 2 projects. Move those out the way for now. Because you're alternating the patterns, you want to, I mean, this is going to be different for everybody because it depends on what size you're working with. So you will need 2 different pieces of paper. If you're going to upcycle anything, either like a book or music score or an old map or anything like that, but as long as they're 2 different ones, both the same size, stamp exactly the same onto both of them. I coloured one in warm colours, like so, and the other one I did in cool colours, and added in some metallics. I used very, very loose watercolour on here. So like we've done before, I put a bit of, get them out, just my watercolour pens. So got my acrylic block, which you can't really see, on with the colour, spritz with some water, picked it up with a water brush, add quite, you know, 3 or 4 spritzes of water, and then you'll get a nice loose brush stroke to it, which is why you can see, let me bring that up so it's clearer. There we go. You've got a real arty effect to your colouring in there. Bring that over. So it doesn't matter if you miss any. Of course, if you want to colour it, take some time and colour them precisely and neatly and perfectly. That's fine. I just like the loose brushwork on this. It seemed to go with the craft notebook as well. So it depends on what sort of a project you're doing. Okay. You then want to cut them up into equal sizes of, obviously this is a rectangle base, so rectangles to go onto here. I stamped the sentiment onto a bit of the plain paper from here that was left and back that onto coordinating card. And then you can lay them out. So obviously this is going to be the opposite to this one now. I just think it makes it quite interesting to have them different colours. I mean, it's exactly that you can match the pattern up perfectly, but we've got different colours and different background. There we go. And you get a twofer. Just creates a little bit more interest, something for the eye to follow, and you know, give the brain something to do. So I've got a piece of card. What have I done with the card? And the other notebook. Okay, so this is going to give us a slight border all the way around. I know that's difficult to see because it's practically the same colour. Okay, and marked the middle point, just made it top and bottom for the size so that we get equal distance when we're placing our rectangles. So there's a little cross in the middle here. Hopefully that will pick up. See, got that the right way up. Yep. Yeah, you can see that's fine. Okay. So it's always best to start with the middle one. I also wrote on the backs of each one, so I knew which order they were going to go into, because otherwise it would just end up like a jigsaw puzzle. So now it can come in, line my marks up, top and bottom. You can go by eye as well, it's fine. This is something handmade, of course, so. Okay. Follow the pattern along. Move that over a little bit. You just want a teeny tiny gap in between each one. Is anybody going to be doing anything crafty today? Side on. Again, teeny tiny gap. Okay, Kim, hope you get on okay. And again, go down to the bottom, start with the middle again. Line that up. Oh, brilliant, Lim. That's great. Yes. Yeah, I noticed that when I was checking the calendar, our DT calendar. Joe will be live on Thursday evening. Something to look forward to. Okay, line this one up again. Oh, Anne, that sounds lovely.
Ooh, I look forward to that, Joe.
Obviously, before you go cutting and sticking your rectangles to your card, if you've used watercolours, or if you want to use distress inks with a water brush, just, you know, let your papers dry, which I know you all know.
Oh, good. No night, Bev.
Ah, have a nice sleep, Bev.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
You take care. I don't know, Julie's been doing a lot of fractured. Oh, okay then, fair enough.
Okay then.
We won't be too much longer. seems to be a bit of a trend with us at the moment. We're making fractured designs with everything.
It's great though. I like the fractured look.
It is nice. It creates a nice lot of interest.
It does.
Okay.
Oh,
A little bit.
Elizabeth has started knitting a scarf.
Ooh. I have never been any good at knitting or crochet or anything like that. I wish I was. It just doesn't seem to happen for me. Okay, so we're going to trim the excess, which you'll get because obviously we've added in a border.
And loves your colours.
Oh, thank you. I do like colouring with the, you know, just a loose watercolour style. It's nice and quick and easy. And to be honest, it does look like you've probably put in more effort than you actually have. Oh, shh, don't tell anybody.
No one's listening.
Get those out the way. Okay. So now we've got our nice little front for our project. This could easily be done for a front of a card as well, no problem. Pop this on top.
Did you tell everybody where you got your notepad?
No.
Found these notepads.
Non-stick scissors, no, I don't. But I do keep scissors to, like those will be multi-purpose, which will only be used for that kind of thing. If I keep scissors free of glue for other things, if that makes sense. So there are certain scissors I wouldn't ever use with anything gluey, like my little snips. They are free of glue.
If you don't, you can always smear the blades with Vaseline.
This is true. I haven't actually tried that yet, but you can do that.
Yeah.
Use Vaseline on your scissors.
Especially if you're going to be cutting sellotape and stuff like that.
Okay, so we've now got our nice frontage. It's just ordinary. I think these came from Hobbycraft quite a little while ago. And I think you got a pack of 10 for something or other. It's always worth keeping a lookout for multi-buys on things like this. These will be great gifts for anybody. You could personalise them as well. Especially as now we've got like Hazel's alphabets and our alphabet die sets and everything. They would be great. Okay. So it's on the front there. So we can move on to our beads now. Like I said, I'm using a waxed cord. I started making a load of notebooks a couple of years ago and bought a multi-pack of different varieties, and these are lovely.
Yeah,
they're very easy to use. So obviously depending on what you're working on and how you're going to do it. Yes, it is, isn't it? So I've got it in 2, and all we're going to do is first of all is just tie it onto here. There's always a way of tying things onto your projects. add this in here. I'm going to double knot that one. So what I did when I cut the ends, I cut them at a slight angle so that they'd be easier, and I just got a little bit of glue on my finger and pop them onto the ends to seal it, and then it'll stop fraying as you're putting the beads on. And obviously let that dry fully. Ooh, I've got different beads here. Let's decide what order they're going to go into. We've got these, got enough of those to place in between. If you want to, you can add colours to these like I was saying before. That one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. I think we'll stick with that. So I'll do this one first, and this is nice and easy, quite literally just gonna thread them on. You could knot between each one if you wanted to.
Well, like a certain little one, you know.
If you're, you know, your dexterity is quite good. You would place a knot there, and then you could start with your next one, and so on and so forth. So, keep going, going. If you wanted to, you could add in some ordinary beads. Going that way. In between, which I've done before as well. So little glass beads or seed beads or something in between, that's nice.
Or if you can get a nice little wooden beads.
Yep.
Goes with the paper.
So once we get to the end there, swing this in. I'm going to tie a double knot on the end. So I go in, around and in again. Pull that tight. And then once again.
I find this the hardest thing to do.
I'm not a fan of knotting, it has to be said.
You know, like it.
There we go. And that's now big enough that will hold those in place. Like I said, you could add other things in there to separate them. If you wanted to make these different colours, they would stand out as well. But I was sort of conscious of time. Just going to snip that the end there, just have a little bit showing. Then we do exactly the same on this side. Okay. Like I said, if you do want to make these for jewellery, obviously colour them with something that's not water-based. There we go. Again, double knot around the tree and in, or whatever it is, around the tree and in. That's it, and then around again. That should be enough. That's it. to, you can put a little dab of glue on those ends there as well. I mean, it's only a tiny little amount, so it shouldn't fray too badly. And there we've got our embellishment for our book.
Lovely.
And that's it. There we got that one. And we've got this one. So these are obviously great if you want to add these, if you're going to be taking part in the journal page challenge. So just go over that again. It's happening at the moment over on our Facebook group, Crafty Friends of Julie Hickey Designs. For anyone who's not a member, I think you all are, but anyone watching on YouTube. It's open now until the 26th of October, so you've got plenty of time to get creative with that. Obviously use anything as long as it's Julie Hickey Designs. It can be any kind of a page, scrapbook, photo album, anything, even something you think is pretty, just could be a card front, but it's just under the banner of a journal page. All the details are in the group. Let me just show you a couple of samples that I did. So I had this one, which I've used as a journal page, and it's got this little pocket on the front, which you can add lots of bits and bobs to as well. So using Peter's beautiful stamps. And then I made this one as well, which is completely different, and this I think is more like a scrapbook page of pictures of the terrible twosome, Brian and I. That's using Mary's stamps. So you can go as fussy, as Kaz, whatever you like. Oh, thank you, Bev. You can do it in any style you like. Okay, so that was the two examples of those. There will be some more pictures of these coming along soon. Paper bead wise, this I made some time ago. This is onto a handmade notebook from a workshop that Julie did. That was back in 2020, and we've got some paper beads onto here. And that was using some paper that had been stenciled onto. And then I got a couple of samples of jewellery that Brian had made, because I'm not a jewellery maker. Definitely not a jewellery maker. Let's bring this in. There we go. It's a lovely necklace. So as you can see, this is like the quilling technique we were doing last time. And then we got the paper beads from old maps on the rest there, which is gorgeous, isn't it? There we go. Let's bring this up, give it a closer look. It's amazing what you can do with paper. And these lovely, lovely beads. Okay. And then this one, which is one of my favourite necklaces. And this is made from a cereal box. So these beads are all constructed from cereal box, which is fantastic. It's great.
Oh, thank you, Jo.
Let's bring this one up. So as you can see, you can do loads of things with these, and I will again be doing things with the things that are stamped on or embossed or stenciled. Okay, so that's those. Let's move these out of the way. So,
thank you, Catherine.
Just one more thing to mention is that we've got the new release tomorrow. New launch.
Thank you, everyone.
Which which, as you can probably tell by now, it is something that you've all been asking for, and as if by magic, it's appeared. So you don't just want these, you need these. So come back here onto Julie Hickey Designs Facebook page tomorrow morning at 9 AM when all will be revealed. And yeah, they're fab. You really do need them. Thank you, everybody. That's brilliant. So please, I really hope that you give these a go. I shall come on after this and put all the details onto the group so that you can have a further look at things. And yeah, I can't wait to see you adding these to your projects. And you're all very welcome.
And the best one, I'll make a cereal necklace.
Cereal packet necklace, yeah, see. The things you can make with paper and card. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. It's lovely having your company this morning. For those of you who can, I'll see you tomorrow morning with Julie. The next Technique Tuesday, we're having a lot of building work done, so I won't be on. So it'll be a month from today. Fingers crossed, touch wood, etc. So I'll see you all in a month's time. Thank you for joining me. Get into those paper beads, and I will see you all very soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.